Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Today's story time is a pretty good one, in my opinion. Pretty crazy one. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a like on the video if you do, and let's get into it. So today's story time all takes place in the year of 2017. I was visiting home, my hometown of New York, from LA. Just visiting family and stuff for the holidays. And every time I would come back to visit my hometown for the holidays, or just any time, I would always kind of make a plan where I would see my dad, my mom, and my family, and then I would see like my friends and stuff, and I would usually stay for a couple of weeks, so I had a lot of time to do both. And this all starts off as a normal Saturday night, okay? I'd already seen my dad and my mom. I'd spent like pretty much the whole first week with them, right? And now the weekend hit, and I was ready to go see my friends from my hometown and go out with them and just kind of hang out. And we had plans to go to a party together. Now, keep in mind, at this time, weed in New York was still very much illegal, definitely frowned upon. Couldn't have it on you, or else you were considered a criminal. And I was coming from LA, where that's not the case at all. So I was kind of used to LA at this point, and I forgot how serious like having weed on you was in New York. And I bought some weed on this night to take with me to the party that I was going to meet my friends at. So I was at my Airbnb. I just bought like an eighth of weed. I was sitting there in my living room, putting my shoes on, getting ready to go to this party and meet my friends. And I was going to bring this weed with me, right? Now, the party was half a mile from where my Airbnb was. So it was very much an easy walk, even though it was cold as fuck outside. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk there. I'm not going to make my friends come pick me up, and I don't need to ride home. So I'll just walk there and back. So I get up. I walk out my Airbnb front door. I got my phone on me, my wallet, my keys, my weed. And I start walking to this party. And while I'm walking there, I text my friends, and I'm like, hey guys, be there in about 15 minutes. See y'all soon. And one of them replied and said, can't wait to see you, daddy. Don't ask why. He's just a little sus sometimes, all right? So I'm on my way to this party. I'm about halfway through the walk at this point, pretty much almost there, right? And I had to cross the street and take a right. That way I would be on the street where the house was, where the party was. So yeah, it was like the last turn that I had to take, right? So I turn right, and I start walking across the street. Now, I didn't see it, but apparently there was a crosswalk, okay? I didn't see it. I didn't know it was there. So technically, I was jaywalking. Yeah, I didn't know, okay? Sue me, all right? But I also didn't know that there was a cop right there that I was crossing in front of. So I jaywalked in front of a cop. I illegally crossed the street right in front of a police officer. And sure enough, the second he sees me doing this, he flicks his sirens on and makes a big problem out of it, right? He puts his window down. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just crossing the street. He goes, don't you see the crosswalk? It's right there, damn it. And I was like, I didn't see it. I'm so sorry. And this fucking cop proceeds to leave his police lights on and get out of his car in the middle of traffic, in the middle of the street, and create a fucking traffic jam, which is probably more dangerous than what I was doing. But anyway, I don't know. He gets out of the car, he comes up to me, and he starts yelling at me again. He's like, what are you doing? There's a crosswalk right over there. You really didn't see that? I don't believe you. He's just going on, right? He's clearly not having a good day. And I was like, sir, I'm being serious. I didn't see it. If I would have saw it, I would have used it, okay? I don't usually jaywalk, okay? I thought I had to. He's like, well, even if you think you have to, you should wait. You went right in front of my cruiser. And I was like, I was waiting. No one was going. It was a red light. I thought that I was in the clear. He's like, yeah, well, you weren't. And he's like, where are you heading tonight? And I was like, there's a party literally a quarter of a mile from where I am right now. I'm walking there right now. He goes, where? What street? And I tell him the street that it's on. And he goes, how old are you? I was like, 19. He goes, you don't have a car at 19? Just fucking roasted me. I was like, no, I don't. I live in LA, so I don't really need one. He's like, well, why are you in New York if you live in LA? And I was like, because I have family here. I grew up 5 minutes away from here. And he goes, what's that smell? And I was like, what? He goes, you smell like pot. And that's when I kind of started to shit myself, because I realized, oh, fuck, I'm not in LA anymore. Like, they actually care about that here. And I reeked like it because I had a fucking eighth in my hoodie pocket just smelling up my whole body, right? And I was like, I don't smell anything. He goes, don't lie to me. Do you got any on you? And I go, no, I don't think so. He goes, you don't think so? Now looking back, I don't know why the fuck I said that. I should have just said no. Or maybe I just said yes and gave it to him. I don't know. Either way, I was like, I don't think so. He goes, all right, I'm going to give you one last chance to tell the truth. Do you have some weed on you or do you not? And I'm like, I do. And he goes, pull it out, please. So I pull it out of my hoodie pocket. I hand it to him. And he goes, you understand it's illegal here? I know you're from LA, but here it's still illegal. And I was like, I know. I'm sorry. It helps me relax. And I don't like to drink. So I smoke. He goes, yeah, I don't care what you like or what you don't like. It's illegal here. And I'm like, I know. I understand. And I can't lie. I was getting really annoyed at this point. This cop was a dickhead. But I kept nodding my head and just being like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, he ends up going on like a fucking 5-minute rant about how it's an illegal substance and I shouldn't have it on me and how I'm breaking the law and how this isn't California and I need to wise up, especially at 19 years old, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of his rant, he just goes, don't jaywalk again. If I catch you jaywalking again, I'm going to have to give you a ticket. Have a good one. He turns around and he walks away and he gets in his car. Confiscated my weed. So in the end, I lost my weed. Didn't have that for the party, which kind of sucked. And I got yelled at for crossing the street illegally, which also was pretty damn annoying. So if there's a moral to this story, it's use the crosswalk, because you never know when you're going to come across that wiener of a cop that's in a bad mood and going to yell at you for jaywalking. Plus, honestly, jaywalking, you might get hit by a car, so don't do that. I got to advocate for your all's safety here. Anyway, yeah, it was not very fun. Anyway, after this, I went to this party, weedless. Luckily, my friends had some on them, so I smoked theirs. And, it was okay. Okay, it could have been better if I had my own, but it's okay. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all later. Peace.
Always raise the bar. I be fully loaded, I be whipping foreign cars. Always stay devoted, mama knew I'd be a star. Now I'm steady flowing, feeling like I'm high as Mars. I'ma keep on going, I'ma always raise the bar. Told me I could not do it, look